Howard, how it feels to be dead. And in my head, I was truly dead. So I was taken into this very old building and put on a steel table because now they're prepping me for my funeral. And I hear my sister, and she's brought beautiful flowers, and she's brushing my hair and doing my lips, putting my makeup on to make me look really special for my funeral day. And I'm like, doesn't she even want to know why I was found dead in the dumpster? Like, they're just, my life is over. But I got to tell you, it really made me think about what kind of life did I lead? And then when she was done prepping me, her and Dino walk out of the room. They turn off the light. And I'm thinking, they didn't only just turn off the light, they turned off whatever was the respirator to keep me breathing. Now I'm really fighting for my life. And I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I'm like, well, if I can't breathe, that means I'm not dead. Because if you're dead, you wouldn't have that sensation. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm not really dead. Or am I? But I mean, I've never felt anything like this. That I just couldn't get oxygen. So then, next thing I know, I'm in this very dark place with this man who is looking at me and saying, you know, I love you, Barb. I'm like, I don't even know you, but I want to help you get out of this thing. So here's the deal. If you serve me for the rest of my life, I'll take care of all your hospital bills. You have hospital bills in the millions. Do you have medical insurance? And I'm thinking, no. Oh boy. And look at you. You're a hideous mess. Your mouth, your tongue looks like a snake tongue with the middle cut out. And your left hand is a lobster claw hand. He said, no man is ever going to want you, but I want you. And I'm like, ooh, well, this is bad. He said, so you only have so many minutes, 6 minutes to make this deal with me. And I'm like, I have no one to discuss this with. And he kept saying, but you got to serve me for the rest of my life. I'm like, the more I looked at him, the more hideous he became. And I started to think, my time's running out, which he reminded me. So, with being under so much pressure and no one to discuss it with, and I really, Howard, I wanted to get out of this thing. It's been so long. So I said, okay, I'll take the deal. And in the very last split second, I recanted it because just like that, I knew when I looked at him, it was Satan. And as the moment I recanted that deal, an angel came and took me by the hand and got me out of there and said, whoa, you almost sold your soul to Satan. Congratulations that you recanted at the last second. And then I was taken to heaven. So while I was in heaven, it was called a place of healing. And the angel told me some things up there about me, my health. And he said, your body is too sick to inhabit. So you're just going to hang here until you're ready. And then we're going to send you back into your body. And then he told me about my heart. That's when he said, though your heart is gone, we're blessing you with a healed heart. And then he told me about my eyesight. And he said, you're going to see through different eyes. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Well, he didn't elaborate on how I'm going to see through different eyes. I found out when I came out of the coma. But he also told me about that I would be doing ministry work and I would be giving birth to something. Like, I'm like, I'm too old to give birth to a child. But what does that mean, giving birth? And but I'll tell you what, I've never been in such a beautiful place. The colors are unlike the colors we see here because we're trapped in a meat suit. So our eyes only allow us to see through the lenses that we have. When you're in heaven, you're not bound by physical matter. So you can see color like a spectrum like you've never seen. And the hearing, like our hearing again is bound by our physical body, but when you're up there, you hear in so many different tones and levels. It's incredible. And the love that I felt, it was like I didn't want to come back. I'm like, can I just hang out here? And I sat in this most beautiful, like it was like a spa. And if you've ever been to Europe to any of the bathhouses, like in Vienna, Austria, or in Budapest, oh, it's like beautiful tiles with inlay of gold and shimmering, amazing colors. And I asked the angel if he could tell me something about himself, and he said he's the angel of pediatrics. I'm like, what's the angel of pediatrics? What is that?
Mm.
And he had the most interesting eyes I've ever seen. They were like the most glimmering color of blue, and he had light that shone out from around his pupils. And he had brown, longish hair and a mustache. And he just kept holding my hand, and I just kept feeling love. So, next thing I know, I end up back in my body. And now I'm really back into the senses of being still in a coma. And, but now I know I'm okay.